All right, welcome to Kwizmatix Presents. I'm here with Mr. Dwayne M. Golden, the man of the hour, the founder, CEO of Ingresso Cybernetico. I'm also joined by business resource specialist, Mr. Brian Lake. And Mr. Golden was so kind as to give us a couple of minutes to talk to us today in regards to Ingresso Cybernetico. Hello, Mr. Golden. Welcome to our program, and it's a pleasure to see you and have you on.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here also. And I look forward to interacting with you and your organization as some will be seeing a recording and some are here live.
Absolutely. Well, we definitely do appreciate your time. We do know that you're a busy man, and we don't want to take up too much of your time. Just wanted to ask you a couple of really quick questions to help give some clarification and allow people to see how great this company, Ingresso Cybernetico, is. So if you wouldn't mind, do you mind if I ask the first question here, Mr. Golden?
Sure, go ahead.
Fantastic. And the first question I have for you here is, last year with the Ingresso Cybernetico, we didn't have the identification verification process, and this year we do.
Yeah.
And the question I want to ask you here is, now that we have identification verification, and we do know that there's a 48-hour verification period, have you considered ways, or are there ways for a person to get enrolled while they're pending and get one of their enrollees along the way, just to kind of speed things up, or a pending person to bring in somebody that may also be into the pending process?
Wow, yes, sir, there sure is. That's a good question for starters. I'm going to answer that in a couple different ways. I'm going to start off first with the what and or the why. Let's start off with the why and then get to answering how we can better accommodate you and your people as they come through and want to get going right away. Okay. Let's do this. I lost my window. Come on. You know what it is? I had way too many windows open. I'm trying to find you guys. I like to look at you when I talk to you. You can understand that.
Absolutely.
Let me see here. Okay. So here's the answer. Here's a response to that question. First of all, what a shame that we even had to create such a security process. And if you looked at the internet and different companies out there over the past year or two, you'll see something's very common. A lot of these companies that have come out and was doing well have gone out of business, right? And with those questions, with them going out of business, they all had something in common. Most of them. They went out of business because of one of two things. Either they had trouble managing the way they handled their finances, and or there was so much fraud that no matter what type of profit they were making, it was going out of the door. We're fortunate in that we have a retail company that has a multi-level marketing department to it, which means that if people get crazy or if no one signs anyone up for our company, we still will survive because we actually sell our products individually. That's a good thing. The downside is, I can't answer this, man. I'm in a webinar, sorry. Yeah, the downside is that I have had to, unfortunately, create a wall that could keep our company secure so we can provide you more and do more with you and for you. That being said, we have last year alone about $1.8 million in fraudulent transactions. That is when you have people who either take stolen credit cards or people who create fake profiles and set up all these different accounts, and they create a laundering ring. Okay? What I mean by laundering ring is the ability to create many accounts, generate money from a stolen credit card, transfer it to another account, withdraw it from that one. There's a whole lot of things like that took place. And so that we didn't end up like the other companies who lost their ability to take transactions because they were shut down by merchant providers. They couldn't deal with PayPal anymore because of so much fraud. Their bank accounts closed them. The only way we could avoid that is make sure that, hey, you know what? We'll give people an opportunity to do business with us, but they better be real people or we don't want them. So we've come up with a process that we're continually working on to improve on a daily basis. It's not as fast as a lot of you, as convenient as it would be for a lot of you, and I sympathize with you for that. But rest assured, had we not created such a process, we would not have an MLM department of our company because it is more costly than anything else. You do all this stuff to help people, and they just steal it out the back door. So that being said, one thing we do is if you have a point person like yourself, Kwiz, if you have someone that's in and you're, or Brian, you have someone who's like, hey, look, they're ready, they sign up, and it's pending. Is there anything you can do to expedite it? We have an expedited team, right? Someone, they're not signing today and going to start on Friday. They're signing today and want to start now. It's a simple message. Instead of inviting me to a webinar, say, hey, look, you got time? I got this username. They just signed up, and they've already submitted. Can you just do a quick look over to make sure the stuff is there? We've got leaders do that all the time. That works. For now, we're putting together a task force that's 24/7 that can address this, but, however, many people that do this, some people sign up today, and on Friday, they're going to go ahead and get kicking with things. That's a whole different model. So, with that being said, yes, there's things we can do, and I'm glad to do it. Hit me up, and I'll assign a specific task person to your team. So when you have something, one person, point person, that's not everybody. A point person who gets the information, and then we can help turn around and flip it real quick to help you get those people through. Okay? That's one thing. The other thing is, the only way we can literally work on and make sure together we can eliminate such barriers and walls in the future is, man, we've got to deal with an integrable format, one that is an honest. It's just sad, you know, that people would go and get what I call stock photos and create a fake account, and then create 4 or 5 of them, only to launder $3,000 or $4,000. But we lose whatever they've stolen, and we still have to pay the money back, and the credit card vendor who the card was stolen from gets their money back. Only people that lose is the company. And then the end result is you lose too, because now we have less to offer you. So there you go. Long answer, short question. I think I'll give you more of a foundation what's behind it all.
No, I love it, because if I haven't said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. Listen, crime doesn't pay. The only person that you're cheating is yourself, and you're cheating the rest of us out here who are trying to make an honest living. So please, cut the shenanigans, and it'll make a better world for all of us. Now, the next question I have may be a bit redundant, all right? And I have a lot of people out there who are a little bit confused about some of the advantages and benefits of Smart Order. And I'd like for you to perhaps if you could just take a moment to go over the advantages and benefits of joining Smart Order. And Brian had a specific question in tune with this. If I just add that in, so we can just cover this in one section.
Reverend Pastor Nate, yes, sir.
What happens to a person, like if they're on PayPal and their Smart Order cancels, and they end up having to get on, which was something that he was concerned with. So I definitely want to make sure I address that. And just the clarification of Smart Order, and maybe the differences in the payment between your PayPal, your credit card, or bank or whatever, if you know of any.
Why, sure, sir. A couple of things. First of all, there are many, when getting on Smart Order, don't remember if they've done it or not. So they get on Smart Order, and then they're like, did I do this or not? I don't know. And they go and do it again. We've got some who get on Smart Order. I'm going to tell you what it's about afterwards, but I need to tell you what goes on with some of these cancellations and things like that. They sign up 4 new people, so they get points for a contest or something else. They put them all on their own Smart Order from their own PayPal account. Then later, they don't remember half the details. And when the money comes out, they're like, hey, what am I doing with Smart Order? I want to cancel it, please. Why do I get so many coming out? And we go and look, we find out you did it. We see your IP address. We see that you signed up this person, that person, that person, and you created a mess. And so that they cancel it. Then the next month it doesn't happen at all. And they're like, what? I thought I was on Smart Order. We get a lot of that. So the one thing I can tell people is this is business. This is not social networking. This is not church. This is not the Boy Scouts. If someone wants to start a business and it's not worth it to them to create their own method of payment, you guys are being foolish. Anyone who pays for someone else. I just think that's just bad. This is the place where, like the eagle that drops its eaglet out of the nest, you do not do the work for people because you will have limited to no long-term growth. So that's one issue. There's other issues where a person innocently signed up for the PayPal, but they don't have a verified account yet. So they meant to have it work, and somehow it didn't come out, but they're still on Smart Order. And we have to go in and work with PayPal and adjust that kind of thing. That's a pain in the neck. But there are some things that can happen, but it's easily resolved. right? Submit a support ticket. This is what's going on. And then if you guys don't get a satisfactory answer, get to me or one of my staff members the support ticket number. We'll track it, trace it, see what would happen, and resolve it. So
excellent.
Now I get down to what Smart Order is. Smart Order is something that smart people do. And you might be wondering why when I say such a thing. Well, this is all about getting more for what you pay for. So if you have Smart Order, you have more products, significantly more products. You get a greater capacity in like your autoresponders and webinar platform, and you also have the ability to qualify for contests and card bonus and things like that without being on Smart Order. And the difference is no difference. If you pay manually, you get it, but if you pay automatically, you just get all these other benefits. That's what that's about. Sorry, I feel like I'm running out of air.
Excellent. Phenomenal answer, phenomenal answer. And I think that'll clear up some of the questions that some people had about Smart Order. So you get a few more benefits, and if you go and check out your Smart Order, you'll be able to see some of that stuff.
You actually get more than a few more benefits, my brother. Yeah, you get more than a few more. You get a significant number more. If you're
feel free to elaborate, Mr. Golden. Feel free.
Yes. If you're on Smart Order, you don't just have the products we offered last year, but you also have the things we integrated later, such as your own membership suite software, drag and drop website builder, which alone is worth way more than Smart Order. You also have the ability to import your leads into Magic Responder so you can begin to work out of one, and that's only $25 a month for everything. You get to do that as well. But it doesn't stop there. You get a greater capacity in how much subscribers you can have in Magic Responder. What else is there? You also have greater capacity in how you handle your webinar platform. You're not just stuck with 50 or 250. There's just a lot of great features and benefits. You also, like I said, now if you actually rank in our contest, you can win $1,000, $1,500, $750, $500. You can't do that if you're not on Smart Order. Maybe that you've already, if you qualify for card bonus and you're not on Smart Order, you don't qualify for anything because you didn't reach that qualification. And the average person that gets card bonus gets between $500 and $7,500 every month. You don't get that without being. So that's so it's more than a few more things. It's enough that we can start a whole company just on those items alone. So there you go.
It's a whole other stream of income. And that's the reason why I've been explaining that about Smart Order. And, I just wanted to make sure we had a chance for people who are confused about that to get it straight from the man with the golden touch himself. Now, the next question I want to ask you about, I was just recently on a webinar of yours, and you were talking about some phenomenal new stuff coming up with the affiliate program. And, I mean, it just sounded pretty fantastic. So I wanted a chance for everybody on my team and all the people who watch this webinar to hear about some of the upcoming exciting things that are coming with Ingresso Cybernetico in regard to the affiliate partnership program and how this benefits people in Ingresso Cybernetico or people joining Ingresso Cybernetico.
Yeah, a couple of things is that, what we're trying to do during 2015 is to introduce our people to every aspect of owning an online business, not just the multi-level marketing side, which is important. But in the old days, that's all you could deal with. That's all. There's more than enough. But these days, we have people with different backgrounds. Some who may not ever be good. Their strength is not going to be face-to-face communication, or being on a webinar like this, like you and I are doing. We need to make sure we have ways for anyone who wants to do business. So as an affiliate marketer, for years, I've created a lot of wealth doing so. And so what we're doing is we're enhancing what we're doing with internet marketing. Is that right now we started last year an affiliate partner program. That affiliate partner program allows anyone who joins it can begin to earn for I think 75% of our products you get to earn 100% on if you resell it. So much different than MLM. That means if someone goes to your affiliate link and buys Magic Responder and they pay $37 a month or $49 a month, you get 100% of it. That's how our program works, where you can get that. Someone gets Cybernetical Live, you'll get 50% of that. Most affiliate marketing offers are at 30%, anywhere between 15 to 30%.